Hi everyone, this is Lori with 3 Keys Astrology, and this is your weekly forecast from Saturday to Saturday, May 14th, all the way through the 21st. I want you to know, those of you that are thinking about enrolling and learning astrology to become a professional astrologer, a job, I promise. If you're interested in it just a little bit, you're going to be loving your life, the people you meet all over the world, and the way you can customize your astrology business. You see, astrology is ruled by Uranus, and there's so much that mixes beautifully together with astrology. So email me at ducky at 3keysastrology.com if you're interested in starting up next September. And you can go to my website, www.3keysastrology.com, and see the way I structure your classes. Indeed, in 40 weeks, that requires an hour and a half a week of your time. And then if you want to fast track twice a week, 3 hours of your time, you can become a professional astrologer. I teach in learning modules that are structured in 4 10-week sessions. Each of those are $1,000. And it will be the best money that you've spent if you even have an inkling of desire to write your own schedule, make your own hours, and to be immersed in soul science. It's incredible. Now, this week's really important for that, our futures. And please comment below and let me know specifically what's going on in your life. As an astrologer, it's a high privilege and honor to read the stars and to see the way you were made and created, and to see the events that are happening in your life, and to actually see destiny with God's eyes. This week, we've been saying for a long time, I started talking about this back in 2020, and I have a video on my 3 Keys Astrology channel called Riding Lightning and a Fire Snorting Bull. The energy of that video still applies because our nodal axis is in Taurus and Scorpio, and the whole wide world is getting ushered into this new Aquarian age. But the most people affected, if any of your 3 keys are in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, we are meeting incredible destiny. I want you to know that this coming week, and I'm sure you're feeling it, we are between eclipses, and on Monday night, we have a total lunar eclipse. And I want you to be mindful that this happens to be happening in Scorpio. And Scorpio is the sexiest things we've ever experienced. It's all matters regarding sex, money, and the highest intimacy. Scorpio is about all issues taboo. It's the worst crimes. It's the ugliest sides of human nature. And it's the best sex that happens in intimacy between two people. Now, I often talk to you about my Black Moon Lilith readings that I have on the channel, that I also offer on my website, 3keysastrology.com. A lot of you enjoy them. If you have family secrets, if you're shrouded in some kind of shame or guilt, humiliation, abuse, those I will help you see just how Black Moon Lilith operates in your life, and in a 2-part session where she is right now. I encourage you to get those readings, especially this week. This whole between the spring, right now, we're in eclipse energy. It's big. And we're in Mercury retrograde, which is excellent for repairing, apologizing, restoring, receiving, reviewing, reiterating, reconditioning, recreating. This week is glorious. It's not without its tensions. And I mean tensions between men and women. I mean tensions in married life. But with Mercury retrograde, you're supposed to bring your A game, guys. Like last week's forecast, if you missed it, go see it. This week is about repairing our differences, recognizing them, realizing them, and reassessing the way we acknowledge each other. It's all about cooperation, 100%. Now, it's also, we're going to say goodbye to all of our Taurians and their birthdays. And on Saturday, we get the Gemini sun. My favorite days this week happen to be Wednesday, because we have some dreamy, creamy, artistic energy. So, calling all artists, musicians, poets, lovers, this is our energy. And the passion and inspiration is really high on Wednesday. On Thursday, this is the best day of the week for all of your business matters. So, if you have money, accounting, financing, taxes, ways to improve your business, people that you need to talk to in marketing, directing, production, whatever is going on in your life, Thursday is the best day for that. And it's about repairing and realizing and recreating or revising the website. If you have a manuscript, it's great for editing and revising. When Mercury's in retrograde, and it will be until June the 3rd, this is the best energy ever for that kind of energy. Um, as I told you last week, Jupiter moved into Aries, and Venus is there with her. And this is the kind of passion that says, go get what I want. Remember when I told you to imagine that the book of life dropped into your lap and it said you have 21 days left to live? What would you do? Keep living like that, thinking like that. I say this often in my astrology consultation practice. God didn't put two eyes in the back of your head because you're supposed to resolve, dissolve, and let go of the past. And when the sun is in Scorpio during this lunar eclipse, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Forgive those wrongs, forgive all those trespasses, wash clean all those yesterdays, get rid of junk that reminds you of those horrible tomorrows, have a cleanse, have a purge, an emotional one, because Scorpio and Taurus are very sexy, very emotional, and highly perceptive. Your intuitions will be off the chain if you stay in the vibe of higher mind, stay connected to God and the Heavenly Father and Mother and the Holy Spirit. We're supposed to release. And having monument, blah, 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 people that journal, especially during tragic times, it's great to have a fire and burn those journals of pain and suffering. It's a really great time to think about, should you only have 21 days to live, what would you want to bring on burden, your own children or grandchildren, to clear out the gunk of your life, the junk of your life? If you're not using it every day, clear out your space. There are many people on this earth that need the things that you don't use but are cluttering up your mind, your body, and your soul. This week is excellent for that, friends. We have the North Node in Taurus, and that means going into clean and natural new spaces. It's excellent for new homes. It's excellent for new um, pastures to explore. It's it's excellent for moving to a new country. The energy is excellent for realizing that you don't have to be paralyzed in the same job forever, the same dead marriage forever, the same old property forever. Have you lived in the same property or the same town you were born in? Comment below, I want to know. Or have you been a little bit adventuresome and daring like I am and gone to travel in places, new countries, new cities? I want you to comment below and talk to me about that too. Now remember, you can reach me for any question or any need at Ducky at 3keysastrology.com. And if you pop over there to my website and say, hey, Lori, I saw your weekly and you offered 3 astrological questions for $77. I want one of those readings. I'm not going to put it on the website right now. I want you to come to my website, Ducky at 3keysastrology.com, and say, I want the $77 special. I do have 3 questions about my life, and I'll be happy to meet you on Zoom and we'll discuss those. I'm only going to offer it to 100 people because I'm really busy. So if you want that, pop over there and let me know you're interested, and then I'll make a special tab on my website for you to order that reading. I absolutely love Friday when the sun goes into Gemini. The weekends are tenuous, and it'll be mostly between men and women, authority and subordinate. Um, a little bit of our sassy children that are in Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn will contest their parents, and children, teenagers, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius will want to be big girls and big boys and not be teenagers anymore. And so there can be a little clashing with parents. just be mindful to be tender on the weekends. And yeah, I want to again say thank you so very much for all my students, my clients, my people that come to me for consult. I love you. I am meeting some of the most amazing human beings on our planet. And if you're watching, Jenny, when I was a little girl, I got to read in my history book about Romanian orphanages. And indeed, in psychological studies, this um, the story of this place came back to me in college. I wanted to be a psychologist when I first went to college and attained my associate's degree, but realized early in the first semester that I was too emotionally immature to separate myself from people in pain. And my course of study took some different turns and twists along the way. Um, but we read about these orphanages where, although babies in these Romanian orphanages in the 40s and 50s were fed, had bottles, not fed well, but fed, had bottles, were diapered and bathed, they were dying because they didn't have any human touch. And we need touch. We need each other. That's what this nodal axis in Taurus and Scorpio is indeed about in a nutshell. It's cooperation. It's being vulnerable, having an open heart and saying, I did these things in the past. Can you forgive me? Or maybe I'm ashamed of my past. Can you forgive me? I'm going to burn it in a fire. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to drop it in a flower, a bouquet in the water, and I'm going to pray forgiveness, and I'm going to go to confession, and I'm going to be a better person for you, mother, daughter, father, son, cousin, aunt, uncle, relative, anyone. God made you a family, and he made opposite sex. So there are two sexes, so we could enjoy our differences. And that's what Uranus is all about, that rules astrology. We see the unique. This angel that I met about 10 days ago came to me for a reading. You guys, I met a survivor of one of those Romanian orphanages, an incredible woman that I will never forget, that has succeeded um, hurdling some of the highest mountains and escaping some of the most horrible conditions. And she's successful, and she's beautiful, and she's bright. And I love her. And I'll never forget her. This is the kind of work you get to do when you're an astrologer. These are the kind of people you meet. I met a 66-year-old Earth Angel who survived a Romanian orphanage, and she is but one among many of what has happened to me in the last 2 years. So come study astrology with me and reach out to me at Ducky at 3 Keys Astrology if you'd like 3 astrological questions answered for $77. I'll meet you on Zoom. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you embody peace, love, and happiness. Grow it in yourself and spread it like wildfire and share it. So many people need us. On a keen other note, for those of you that are in my astrology and remedy class, we've all agreed to meet on Wednesday nights so I can attend my grandson's baseball games and football games soon. We meet on Wednesday nights for 1 hour at 6 o'clock. The class is only $22. You can catch up. We are talking about healing this very broken, fractured planet, and each of us will forever keep on doing that as we go week to week in this class. Take care, everyone. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing my channel, subscribing, and helping grow my tiny little business. It is, and it's filled with some solid and loving people that I'm honored to meet. Bye for now.